Hello, I'm Leslie Wilcox. I'm talking about the smart actions of leading companies. This is the third video in the series. I'm going to focus on stakeholder buy-in and change management. This has emerged as a serious area in the last 12 months of our review of different RPA tools. We've now looked at, I think, over 200 actual deployments of different tools. And I'm going to show you a slide that illustrates some of the lessons learned on this area. So looking at this slide, you'll see that the first thing I will emphasize is what we said in the strategy video. We really do need a sponsor, a project sponsor, and a project champion, not least because having clout at that level is very important for dealing with the emerging human resource and change management issues. It's pretty clear now that this is a real change project, RPA, if you're going to do it seriously. So stakeholder buy-in and change management and having the political clout to deliver on those is quite a serious management requirement. The other thing is that you shouldn't be drifting into this. You need to define clear endpoints and clear goals in order to get stakeholder buy-in and get their commitment to those goals. And you need to do that before you start. Day one really is a day one task. Increasingly, you should not be seeing this as a technology project. You should fully resource change management capability. It's probably best with RPA to let business operations lead, but we'll come to a correction or an adjustment to qualifications of that one in a minute on the next slide, because the next slide will talk about bringing IT on board early. A lot of people make the mistake of seeing this as a chance to declare a unilateral declaration of independence from information technology, forgetting that they have to be completely consistent with IT architecture and policies, IT security requirements. They run off the technology. So, if you suddenly have a great boost in the demand for the technology, IT needs to know that and needs to be able to sanction that. And the other issue here that I'll have another slide on later on here is sending the right messages to staff. So if we move to the next slide, which is about a key stakeholder, by which I mean IT, bring IT on board early. There are reasons for this. You have to comply with IT security. There are auditability issues with robotic process automation. And then there are technical change management issues. You need to establish the IT governance regime. They can help you with configuring the RPA, fitting it with the IT infrastructure, scaling your RPA. You don't want proliferation of shadow IT across the organization. It becomes dysfunctional technically, but also becomes expensive. IT can help you with that. And also IT will benefit from this. So they are a willing partner when they understand that. What I'm trying to get over here is that it's very important to get stakeholder buy-in from the start. You need to put clear messages forward. You need to get their buy-in and commitment to providing the resources, agreeing with the endpoints, agreeing that they're going to get the business value out of the technology that you're going to supply here. But the other side to this is clear messages to staff. A lot of people don't necessarily use RPA to reduce headcount or achieve hours saved for the business. A lot of people actually using it for multiple business benefits, very often because of dramatic increase in the amount of work to be done. They're very often trying to do a lot more using RPA with about the same number of people. And maybe they have to let a few go occasionally when they retire or move on, and you don't replace them. Maybe you redeploy them. Maybe you retrain them, reskill them. Maybe they become part of the RPA team. And also maybe there is some job loss here. But the essential message I think that needs to be communicated is that RPA doesn't threaten jobs, it threatens tasks, which are parts of jobs. And jobs are basically how you put together or restructure tasks into a piece of work for a human being, and increasingly in a complementary way, a digital workforce. So you've got to rethink that, and you've got to explain to your people in a very clear way with constant communication what your HR policies are here and what's actually going to happen. Very important part of deploying RPA, a very important set of action principles here on stakeholder buy-in and change management. We're going to move on to launching the project.